Now, following this, and I think this is really interesting because, again, we've talked about the dangers and the negative repercussions of Snowden being in Russia. The leader of Germany's opposition Green Party, and I want to be really clear, the German Green Party, just really quickly, this is not like the American Green Party. They've served in government. They're the third largest party in Germany. They have incredibly popular leaders. They have many members of parliament. So the German Greens are a legitimate and strong party. The leader of Germany's opposition Green Party suggested just today, I believe, was this on Monday? I think this is on Monday,
Yes.
that Europe should provide safe haven for Edward Snowden. Jurgen Trittin, I believe his name is, who is he's a candidate for chancellor of the next elections, and he is the head of the Germany's Greens, said that, quote, Edward Snowden should not be seeking asylum in, quote, despotic countries. And then he went on to say, it's painful for Democrats that someone, and he means Democrats in terms of people in democracies, that someone who has served democracy and in our view uncovered massive violations of basic rights should have to seek refuge with despots who have problems with basic human rights themselves, he said. Someone like that, he went on, someone like that should be protected. And that counts for Edward Snowden. He should get safe haven here in Europe because he has done us a service by revealing the massive attack on European citizens and companies. And Germany, as part of Europe, could do that. So basically, I wouldn't bank on that, obviously, but I think that the European Union disclosures and the fact that there is some aspect of a strong, genuine center-left in Europe adds another calculus to the conversation. And obviously, it's not going to happen. But if he got asylum in a place like Germany, that would be pretty striking. But those new revelations mean a lot. Because that goes back to the culture of this massive invasiveness and overreach, which is happening domestically, and then it's happening with our closest allies.
I honestly think that these stories about it happening to the spying being done to our closest allies could mean more actually than the domestic spying, because I think that's when something will get done. Because domestically, the American public just don't care enough, sadly. And the majority of the American public don't care enough.
You know how you get the American public to care? You say, what if in 10 years this whole apparatus is a law is passed for the IRS to track your unpaid taxes? Then they care.
Yeah.
That's one example of many ways these things could be used.
But I mean, like,
no, but I agree with you.
This reaction is going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do this
right
to people who you say are your allies and expect things to be fine. There's talking internally, about possibly sanctions on Ecuador, punishing them for harboring Edward Snowden. But I mean, how can you expect relations between you and these allies you call allies be the same? Like, how are you not going to expect something there to fall off too?
I think there's no doubt that spying goes on between allies, but the level of this aggressiveness, I think, has to be shocking for the Europeans. And I think you're right. It could have some serious fallout. I think you're completely right. Folks, we got to move to the better half of the show. We've got more Wendy